Hey everyone, Garbage here. Have you ever noticed that Apex Legends maps are shaped kind of like pizzas? In most maps in the game, you have one major point of interest located roughly in the middle of the map, and several smaller points of interest located around the periphery that point towards the center, kind of like slices of a pizza. In Olympus, that center location is the turbines. In Stormpoint, it's Jurassic Park, and in World's Edge, it's Fragment, probably to no one's surprise. Broken Moon is slightly different in that it has a central location in the terraformer, but it also has a few smaller pizzas orbiting it in a rough sort of planetary system. Call it Pizza Planet. The only exception to this pattern is the map Kings Canyon, which doesn't seem to have any sort of rhyme or reason in its design. Again, I don't think any Apex players are surprised by this. But why are the maps designed this way? Well, to get a better understanding, you have to look at what's happening in between the slices of pizza. It's not exactly universal, but you'll notice that in most maps, in between each slice, there are barriers limiting players' ability to easily hop over from one slice to a neighboring slice. Oftentimes, you'll have big mountains, rivers of lava, or straight up empty voids that prevent players from moving laterally around the map, or at the very least, force them into very narrow choke points that make them vulnerable to attack. Especially once the ring starts to close in, players will often find that the best or only way to get to safety is to travel directly through the central location on the map. If you've ever wondered why Fragment is constantly sweaty or why you always seem to get third party at Jurassic Park, it's because almost everyone at some point has to travel through these areas to get to another part of the map, very likely running into another squad or three while they're there. I believe the reason why Apex maps are built like this is thanks to the success of World's Edge. Like I said before, Kings Canyon was the game's first map, and the locations seem to have been placed randomly without much knowledge into how players would move around it. It's kind of understandable because it was built before the game was released. As a result, Kings Canyon is often regarded as the least competitive map in the game because of how unpredictable it can be. Learning from their mistakes, it seems like Respawn decided to try out a new pizza layout for their next map, World's Edge, and seeing how much the players enjoyed it and how much it seemed to encourage a lot of firefights, made it the standard layout for future maps like Olympus and Stormpoint. Broken Moon breaks this tradition a bit with its slightly different Pizza Planet layout, and in my opinion, it completely changes the way the game flows and makes it slightly more unpredictable. Players seem to be split on whether it's a good map or not. Some say it's the most competitive map ever made, others say it's the worst. I personally think it's somewhere in between, a lot of good mixed in with some bad. I guess only time will tell what the truth is, and I'm curious to see what Respawn will do differently if they ever decide to release a new map in the future. But until then, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and bell, links to all my stuff down in the description, and as always, have a nice day.